Hello, Sofa Squad. Welcome back to the damn sofa. Y'all, I had to buy a new damn sofa because when I hit the sofa and fell off of it from the news that we got today, I was like, that's it. We have to redo the whole damn sofa room. Now, before we even get into what the news is, and you already know what the news is, let's take a moment to shout out to JJ. Happy birthday. These charges could not have come on a more significant day. It gives me goosebumps right now. He would have been 9 years old today. It absolutely breaks my heart, but I'm also so glad to see that these charges have come through on this day. I just feel like it's very symbolic, and I feel like we're on our way to getting justice for all of the victims involved in this case. So y'all, we've been waiting forever for these charges. We've been scared they wouldn't happen. What's going on? Well, finally they have come through. So what I want to do in this video is this. I want to just talk about said charges. I want to talk about the indictment. I want to just go over some parts that stick out to me and then maybe go, I might need to sofa sidebar this one. So without further ado, here we go. Charges. Monday, May 24th, 2021, a Fremont County grand jury delivered the following new indictments. Count 1. Lori and Chad Daybell were indicted on the charge of conspiracy to commit first-degree murder with grand theft by deception for the death of Tylee Ryan. Count 2. Lori and Chad Daybell were indicted on the charge of first-degree murder for the death of Tylee Ryan. Count 3. Lori and Chad Daybell were indicted on the charge of conspiracy to commit first-degree murder and grand theft by deception for the death of J.J. Vallow. Count 4. Lori and Chad Daybell were indicted on the charge of first-degree murder for the death of J.J. Vallow. Count 5. Lori and Chad Daybell were indicted on the charge of conspiracy to commit first-degree murder and the death of Tammy Daybell. Count 6. Chad Daybell was indicted on the charge of first-degree murder and the death of his wife, Tammy Daybell. Count 7. Lori Daybell was indicted on the charge of grand theft related to Social Security survivor benefits, over $1,000 allocated for the care of minors, Tylee Ryan and J.J. Vallow, that were appropriated after the children were missing and ultimately found deceased. Count 8. Chad Daybell was indicted on the charge of insurance fraud related to a life insurance policy he had on Tammy Daybell, for which he was the beneficiary and received funds after her death. Count 9. Chad Daybell was indicted on the charge of insurance fraud related to another life insurance policy he had on Tammy Daybell, for which he was the beneficiary and received funds after her death. Now y'all, sofa sidebar that real quick. What a bunch of damn grimy people, in addition to the horrible things that they did to all of these innocent people, some being their own children. Follow the money. That's what so many people have been saying for so long. In this case, obviously, is way deeper than that. But literally just start following the money and you're just like, oh my God. These people have no soul. The penalty for the most serious charges range from life in prison without the possibility of parole to the death penalty. Prosecutors have not disclosed further information about what penalties they will pursue for these charges. By law, prosecutors must make a decision and inform the defendants on whether they will pursue the death penalty within 60 days after the defendant's first entry of a plea. Now y'all, this is just my damn sofa opinion, but if there's a case that I feel like it just screams fry 'em, it's this one. So now, y'all, what I'd like to do is go over the indictment and just talk about some aspects of that, because when I was reading that, I was like, whoa, so that's what they've been up to, researching this whole time. Overt acts. On or between October 26, 2018 and June 9th, 2020, Chad Guy Daybell and Lori Noreen Vallow did endorse and espouse religious beliefs for the purpose of encouraging and or justifying the homicide of Tylee Ryan. Number 2, on or about August 16th, 2019, Lori Noreen Vallow did change the deposit of Tylee Ryan's Social Security benefits from Tylee Ryan's JP Morgan Chase account to deposit money directly into Lori Noreen Vallow's personal BBVA bank account. On or about September 1st, 2019, Lori Noreen Vallow did move from Chandler, Arizona and Rexburg, Idaho with Alex Cox, Tylee Ryan, and Joshua Jason Vallow, hereinafter JJ Vallow. On or about September 8th, 2019, Chad Guy Daybell Googled SSW Wind and visited a website entitled, "What is the definition of SSW Wind Direction?" On or about September 9th, 2019, Alex Cox did go to 565 Pioneer Road, apartment 175 in Rexburg, Idaho. On or about September 19th, 2019 and February 1st, 2020, Lori Noreen Vallow failed or refused to contact the Social Security Administration as required by law to inform the Social Security Administration of Tylee Ryan's death. On or between September 25th, 2019 and January 22nd, 2020, Lori Noreen Vallow did wrongfully continue to collect 5 monthly Social Security survivor benefits on behalf of Tylee Ryan. I mean, y'all, it's really looking like this was big business for her, and that it must have been paying pretty damn good. Count 2, first-degree murder. The defendants Chad Guy Daybell and Lori Noreen Vallow on or between the 8th and 9th day of September 2019 in the county of Madison, state of Idaho, and as part of a common scheme or plan or continuing criminal transaction between Madison and Fremont counties in Idaho, were concerned in the commission of a first-degree murder, and did aid and abet in its commission, or not being present advised and encouraged its commission, or by command compelled another to commit the crime, and did so with malice aforethought, and did so willfully, deliberately, and with premeditation, which resulted in the death of a human being. To wit, did either kill Tylee Ryan or assist in the killing of Tylee Ryan, and or did encourage the killing of Tylee Ryan, and or did command another to kill Tylee Ryan in violation of Idaho Code Sections 18-4001. Okay, so here's the thing with this one, y'all, and this is what I was like, okay, I was really hoping that we would see something like this. So, you know, we're just sofa sidebarring this. So you know how a bunch of us are like, oh my God, Alex did it. Could they ever tie the knots together? Well, to me, these right here are saying like, look, they've got enough evidence to be like, even if we can't put the weapon in their hand, it's like you had somebody do it. You know what I'm saying? Like that type thing. I am so excited about this charge. I cannot tell you. Count 3, conspiracy to commit first-degree murder and grand theft by deception. The defendants Chad Guy Daybell, Lori Noreen Vallow, and Alex Cox, deceased, and other co-conspirators, both known and unknown, on or between the dates of October 26, 2018, and continuing until January 15, 2020, in the county of Madison, state of Ohio, and elsewhere, including Fremont County, Idaho, and as part of a continuing criminal transaction and common scheme or plan in Madison and Fremont counties, Idaho, did willfully and knowingly combine, conspire, confederate, and agree to commit murder in the first degree of Joshua Jason Vallow, hereinafter J.J. Vallow, and to commit grand theft by deception. Y'all, I cannot wait to start seeing the other people that are going to go down with this. I just feel like this runs so much deeper than Chad and Lori. Cough, cough, Melanie. Cough, cough. Overt acts. In furtherance of conspiracy to commit murder in the first degree of J.J. Vallow and grand theft by deception and to affect the objects thereof, one or more of the following overt acts were committed by one or more of the subjects of the conspiracy as part of continuing criminal transaction and common scheme or plan within Madison and Fremont counties or elsewhere in the state of Idaho. On or between October 26, 2018 and June 9, 2020, Chad Daybell and Lori Noreen Vallow did endorse and teach religious beliefs for the purpose of justifying the homicide of J.J. Vallow. On or about September 1, 2019, Lori Noreen Vallow did move from Chandler, Arizona to Rexburg, Idaho with Alex Cox, Tylee Ryan, and Joshua Jason Vallow. On or about September 23, 2019, Alex Cox did take possession of J.J. Vallow. On or about November 26, 2019, Lori Noreen Vallow provided a false and misleading physical location of J.J. Vallow to law enforcement during a lawful investigation. On or between September 23, 2019 and February 1, 2020, Lori Noreen Vallow failed or refused to contact the Social Security Administration as required by law to inform the Social Security Administration of J.J. Vallow's death. And can we just say, thank God they're hitting them on those charges? Because after all was said and done, now mind you, I don't think she had any problems laying her little head down with her jailhouse makeup on and going to sleep just fine after all this stuff was done. you can totally see how entrenched all of these players were in this and knew what was going on. And then we're spending that damn blood money. Now, what I like to do is go ahead and jump down to count 5 where we can talk about Tammy, because this one I was like, oh, I am dying to see the evidence on that. I just am like, how did they do that? I want to know. And thank God they also have enough charges. They feel like, or not enough charges, but enough evidence to bring these charges for Tammy, because I'm just like, it was just so obvious. I'm like, that's not natural. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, oh my God. Now remember, we haven't seen the autopsy yet at the time of this recording. We haven't. So that's where I'm just like, it's got some damning evidence in it. So let's continue. Count 5, conspiracy to commit first-degree murder. That the defendants Chad Guy Daybell, Lori Noreen Vallow, and Alex Cox deceased on or about October 1st, 2018 through January 15th, 2020 in the county of Fremont, state of Idaho, and elsewhere, including Madison County, and as part of a continuing transaction and common scheme or plan in Fremont County's Idaho, did willfully and knowingly combine, conspire, confederate, and agree to commit murder in the first degree of Tamara Tammy Daybell, did combine or conspire to commit murder, and one or more of such persons did an act to effect the object of the combination of conspiracy. Now let's look at the overt acts in regards to count 5, because that's where I was like, let's just rip through this. On or about or between the dates of October 26, 2018 and June 9th, 2020, Chad Guy Daybell and Lori Noreen Vallow did encourage and espouse religious beliefs for the purpose of justifying and or encouraging the homicide of Tamara Tammy Daybell. On or about September 1st, 2019, Lori Noreen Vallow did move to Rexburg, Idaho, with Alex Cox, Tylee Ryan, and Joshua Jackson, JJ Vallow. Text messages between Chad and Lori regarding death percentages for Tammy and JJ, and messages on July 30th, 2019. Chad Daybell obtained a burner phone on September 8th, 2019. Alex Cox obtained a burner phone on October 9th, 2019. Text messages between Chad Guy Daybell and Lori Noreen Vallow about Tammy Daybell being in limbo and Tammy being possessed by a spirit named Viola. September 8th, 2019. Chad Guy Daybell signed application along with Tammy Daybell to increase her life map insurance to the maximum allowed under her policy. Alex Cox attempted to shoot Tammy Daybell on October 9th, 2019. Alex Cox conducted multiple internet searches between the dates of October 8th, 2019 and October 12th, 2019, including searches related to Grindle drop and shooting through a Dodge Dakota. Alex going to a gun range in the months before October 9th, 2019, when the attempted shooting of Tammy Daybell takes place. Alex traveled from Sportsman's Warehouse to the vicinity of the Daybell residence on October 9th, 2019. Alex was in the church parking lot approximately 2.5 miles from the Daybell residence on the night of October 18th, 2019. So there you go on that. I'm just like, whoa. So, I mean, it totally does look like, and I mean, the evidence is pointing that way, and we've kind of already guessed this and known this. Obviously, Alex was carrying out all this dirty work. Now, I'm not trying to say there other people's hands weren't dirty in this, but I mean, the man was going to a gun shooting range, for God's sakes. You know, I'm just like, how much more premeditated do you get? And also the fact that Chad increased her life insurance. I'm like, are you kidding me? On that note, let's jump to charge 8 real quick and talk about that one for a second. Count 8, insurance fraud. That the defendant Chad Guy Daybell on or about October 19th, 2019 through October 30th, 2019 in the county of Madison, state of Idaho, did with the intent to defraud or deceive an insurer for the purpose of obtaining any money or benefit presented or caused to be presented to an insurer or other person, a statement as part of or in support of a claim for payment or benefit, knowing that such statement contained false, incomplete, or misleading information concerning any fact or thing material to such claim, to wit, did present and or cause to be presented an insurance beneficiary form to Life Map Assurance Company in violation of Idaho Code Section 41-293. So finally, y'all, we have what we've been wanting. We don't 100% have it yet because right now we have a vehicle to get there. What we want is justice for all of these victims involved, for all of the victims, and all of the truth to come out as to what really went down. This is literally the most contorted, convoluted case I think I have ever seen in my life. I cannot believe how deep this is run. It is crazy. Now they are going to be going up for their arraignment, and I am dying to see what they look like on that. Now I have put some links down in the description if you want to read through the full indictment. I just mostly in here wanted to talk about some things that just jumped out to me with this, which I mean damn near the whole thing. But also there's a link to my friend Awen's channel down below. She is in it to win it on this, y'all. She has got the damn tea on this case. If you are not already following her, you need to get over to her sofa. Okay. Now, I do appreciate all of y'all being here. Thank you for watching, subbing, subscribing. As always, thank you to the Patreon's channel members and everybody who makes the Sofa Squad possible. I wouldn't be here without you. Also, don't forget to check out my other channel. It's a movie review channel where I do like horror story time videos on movies that I grew up with, or do movie reviews on psychological thrillers, scary movies, that kind of thing. It's up here on the screen if you want to check it out. Anyways, everybody, I really appreciate you being here. Again, happy birthday to JJ. Our hearts all go out to you. And we're so glad to see these charges come about. Thank you to all the hard work with the legal teams, with the police, the investigators, for making this happen and making the truth come to the surface. Until next time, everybody, I'll see you then.